Okay, so before starting this lesson, I just want to let you know that this lesson is coming from this book, and this is Microsoft's #1 selling Excel book, and they asked Dr. Winston to write it. And the reason I'm telling you this isn't to buy the book. The content's free, like we're posting YouTube videos, right? It's more to let you know that you're getting a world-class education if you just watch the content. The video's there, just watch the whole thing. And if you have any questions, just let us know. We're more than happy to help. The only requirement, if I answer the question or if Dr. Winston does, is that we can make the video so more people can watch it, right? So we can have the solution for you guys and girls, and then we can post it to where other people can find it valuable. And again, underneath in the description, there are going to be the start files and the ending files, meaning you can download them. No email, you don't need anything. Just click on the link. You'll automatically download the files, and you can follow along, and you can have the formulas in your spreadsheet or in Dr. Winston's spreadsheet. And then we do offer a free 21-day course. Again, the link is in the description, or you can go to excelwithwayne.com/free. And so yeah, but again, if you do like this video, if you could comment and if you could like it and subscribe. And the reason for this is not just to be notified, because you will every time we post a video, and we're trying to post, I don't know, we're trying to do 3 a week, but I'm going to start making content as well, and we should hopefully be able to do 1 a day. And so yeah, but also the bigger benefit is that if you think the content is valuable, then by liking and commenting and subscribing to the channel, more people will see it. The algorithm of YouTube will push the video to more people. And so we just want to make sure that we can reach as many people as we want. It's free, it's YouTube, right? So like the content is there, and so we hope you find it valuable. And again, if you have any questions, just go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll be monitoring it. And I'm more than happy to help, more than happy to answer. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video.
So this is the problem. Most companies want to maximize revenue, but it's not always easy to do that when they have limited resources such as time, money, and labor. Knowing how to set up and use the Excel solver for optimization can help organizations do just that. This is why it's important for you to solve it. Being able to solve complex problems for a company, such as how to maximize profit or revenue based on limited resources, will help you become a leader at your company, and this video will help you get a better understanding of Excel. And this is how Dr. Winston solves it. Dr. Winston solves this problem by showing how to set up the Excel solver. He shows how to activate it, how to set up constraints, and changing cells.
In this video, we'll begin our study of the Excel solver or optimization. The file will be prodnex10. But first, let's give you some introduction to how to install the Excel solver and what is optimization. Okay, so you've got to go to the File menu, and you've got to go Options, like we did data analysis, Add-ins, Go, and select the solver add-in. And then it should show up on the data tab. So you go File, Options, Add-ins, Go. And then check Solver Add-in. Don't worry about Solver Table. And then under Data, you'll see Solver. So there's 3 parts to a solver model. An objective, set objective, which I often call the target cell, changing cells and constraints. So the set objective for a target is what you want to maximize or minimize. Like you might want to max profit, you might want to minimize cost, you might want to minimize forecast errors in some sense. That's actually what regression does. So that's the first part of a solver model. Then the changing cells are your decisions. So for instance, decisions might be how much to make of each product. Decisions might be which new projects should a company develop. Sorry. It might be your asset allocation. What fraction of your money do you allocate to stocks, bonds, and treasury bills? And then final part of a solver model is constraints. These are restrictions on the changing cells. For instance, often it's capacity. Resources used cannot exceed resources available. If it's a product of a changing cell is a product price, you might have a constraint that your price must be near the competitor's price. Okay, so we're going to go through a bunch of examples on the Excel solver, and then I think you should be able to run your own solver models or develop your own pretty well. Key thing in the solver that we should mention is on the drop-down box on the bottom, there are three options. Simplex LP, we'll talk about that in most of our videos. GRG nonlinear, we'll talk about that in a couple of videos. Evolutionary, we'll probably add at a later date. That's a much more advanced topic, but I think I've got some really good stuff on that. But I think we'll probably add that at a later date because it's more advanced. But let's introduce you to our first Excel solver situation and guide you through the thought process you should go through in setting up a solver model. And then in the next video we will solve this problem and then talk about some strange things that can happen with solver you need to be aware of. So this is called the product mix problem. Suppose it's a drug company and they can make 6 products, products 1 through 6. The unit profit contribution per pound of each product is given in row 9. For example, product 1 will earn you $6 per pound, product 2 $5.30 per pound, etc. Each product has a resource usage. For instance, product 1 uses 6 hours of labor, 3.2 ounces of raw material, etc. We have 4,500 hours of raw material available, 1,600 ounces of 4,500 hours of labor available, 1,600 ounces of raw material available. We also have a limited demand for each product. For example, let's suppose this week we can sell at most 960 units of pounds of product 1. No more than that can be sold. We can sell at most 928 pounds of product 2. So what you want to go through when somebody excuse me, explains a situation to you is come up with the 3 parts of the model. The objective, in this case, will be maximize profit. The changing cells. What you got to decide here is how many pounds to make of each product. And then the constraints are sort of twofold. You can't use more labor and raw material than you have. So resources used are less than or equal to resources available. And finally, you don't want to make more per product than people can buy. Pounds made of product less than or equal to demand for the product. And so what you want to do with solver, just forget about solver for the moment because you may not know anything about it, that's fine. If I ask you to solve this problem to maximize profit, you'd set up a spreadsheet by trial and error that will let you change the pounds made, track the resource usage, and track the profit. Try and make the profit as big as possible given the labor usage of the product mix and the raw material used did not exceed your capacity and you didn't make more pounds of a product than there was demand for the product. So in the next video, we'll go ahead and set up the solver model for this interesting product mix problem, which, by the way, is a model that's used by a lot of companies.
All right, so now that you watched the video, we hope you like this stuff. I mean, we're going to be posting a lot of content, hopefully. The goal is to do 2 to 3 of Dr. Winston's videos a week, and then 3 to 4 or 5. The goal is 1 a day, so 7 of me producing content or me answering questions, from people and stuff like that. I mean, you guys probably don't know me, and girls, but I'm an alumni of Dr. Winston's. I am a consultant in Excel. I do this stuff for a living. And so, yeah, if you have any questions on this or in general, leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Not so much just so you get a update, but more because, if you think this video is good or you like the content and you think other people will like the content as you like and as you comment and as you subscribe, YouTube, the algorithm is going to push this to other people. It's gonna be on their homepage, people searches and stuff like that. And so our goal is to get this content out, to as many people as possible. I mean, it's free, but it's really, really good. I'm an alumni, again, of Dr. Winston's, and I can personally, vouch for it because I was in his classes. I took all of his classes. I took his marketing analytics. I took his data modeling class, his stats class, his financial analytics class. Like, I've done it all. And it's just amazing content. And the challenge with YouTube is there's not in-depth content as to where with this you have really, really in-depth content. And so yeah, any questions, let me know, leave a comment, and I'll be there to help. Thanks.